Hello, YouTube. It is currently 1:01 a.m. on January 1st, 2012. Alright. Alright, I'm Steven.
Tyler.
Justin.
And I'm Tim.
So this year was not great for the world as far as some of the things that happened, like the Japan tsunami, earthquake, and subsequent nuclear meltdown. That was pretty bad.
That was, thousands died and a lot of...
Thankfully, we did not make a We Are the World 3 to raise relief for Japan, but we did raise plenty of relief for Japan, so
mostly because they have
good.
lots of video games.
And manga.
And manga.
Yes.
And anime.
And
We love our
hentai.
anime.
And hentai.
And we thank you, Japan, for cranking out all this awesome entertainment and eventually allowing us Americans to experience it for ourselves. So we hope you're doing good. We hope that you're rebuilding well and recovering. Japan, you're an amazing country. What can I say? Next is the Occupy Wall Street movement. Basically, I'm pretty sure you all know this. There was actually a College Humor video, which is right here. Link is right here. And it had a video called We Are the 1% that was parodying that. And the rich people were like, the 1% of rich people in this nation own 43% of the nation's wealth. That means there's 57% that we don't have.
Well, in essence, you know, it's not, they want to fight off the inevitable plutocracy that we seem to be getting into. When I say plutocracy, I mean a government run by money, as opposed to a democracy or a republic run by votes or voting people into office. And yeah, we're kind of stuck into that right now.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes us to get out. Otherwise, revolution.
Okay, everyone knows about Prince Williams and Princess Kate getting married. Nothing better than sitting down in your couch and watching a marriage that nothing to do with you while you're dealing with an economic crisis that might ruin you, not only you and your family's life. But don't worry, you're going to watch a marriage that makes everything all better, right?
Right?
Wrong.
Media.
They over-covered in the media about this marriage, which, first of all, it's great that they're getting married, but what's the point? I mean, like, for about 2 months, I mean, like, 1 month, I saw them only talk about them, every single detail. Then, once they got married, the next month, all they talked about was them being married. I'm like, there's no point. Then they talked about her ring and how expensive it was. I didn't care. People are idiots, and they want to watch something that's completely unrelated, as they have other things to worry about.
And that's why Jersey Shore is popular.
Damn it.
Damn you, America. Damn you to hell. Well, not all of you.
Some of you are good people.
Some of you.
Except for horses. They're bad people.
You're talking about Sarah Jessica Parker.
Winning!
You're a loser. Which is actually what people should say to Charlie Sheen, as he's abused drugs so much that he could have almost killed himself, and he lost one of the biggest money industries of 2.5 Men.
And gained another one, apparently. Something that I don't even know what this guy's planning on doing next, but he's obviously done something good for himself, because even leaving this, even with all the buttload of money he was making on 2.5 Men, he's still famous. He's still got projects in the works that he's going to be doing.
Even though, besides, like, he got taken away from his kids, he's doing all right.
And he still gets his cocaine.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie.
We love drama. We love tragedy. We love weddings and celebrities.
Here's one that kind of just irks me a little bit.
Not us, though.
Of course, all these three except maybe this guy. Yeah, except this guy. Dubstep. The music gives me a headache, honest to God.
You're not cool enough to take it.
You have done the power.
Both
Like a
of
man.
you. The music doesn't sound remotely interesting. It sounds like it was made for a dance party, and that honestly just isn't my thing. If that's what it's for, more power to you, but that's just not my thing.
Well, that's what it's mostly made for. Whenever I go to a dance, they always play that stuff, but whenever you're, like... I mean, you don't hear it as a background for, like, action movies. You don't, like, hear it when you're, like, listening to your MP3 usually. It's just mostly for dance, but it's also became popular because people like to dance a lot more nowadays.
Guys, I want you to know what day it is.
It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Sunday, and thankfully it's not Friday. And even when it is Friday, it's not Friday, everyone get down on Friday. It's just plain frickin' Friday.
It's
Friday?
No.
No, it's Friday!
No! 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 Look, Rebecca Black made a song which I did not actually hear till around 2 months after it came out, and they showed it in front of my class because the teacher allowed them to computer, which was a mistake, and it sounded like, when I first heard it, it sounded like she was singing through her nose.
And even when she went on Good Morning America to say, like, this is really how I sing, and I'm not trying to fake it, okay, good for you for not faking it, but you still sound horrible. Now, on a slightly lower note of also why this year was bad, there were some rather significant deaths this year. One being Steve Jobs.
A great man.
That was honestly one that I didn't expect. Like, I knew he had some kind of...
he had cancer.
Yeah, I think it was pancreatic.
Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we're losing him because he was a lot of the vision of what was behind Apple, and without that, I predict that Apple is going to start taking a turn for the worse. And he also founded Pixar, for those who didn't know. Steve Jobs helped get Pixar off the ground.
Mr. Jobs was a great innovator and entrepreneur. He
created-
practically invented the idea of consumer electronics. The iPod, the iPad, the iEverything, the Macs, he brought them back from the grave. The Pixar, you know, all those childhood movies that we 90s kids watched. That was Steve Jobs.
Now, really, Steve Jobs seems to be the only truly depressing death this year because,
There are some happy ones, though.
like, Muammar Gaddafi of which country was that? Was that Libya?
Gaddafi.
Yeah, but Libya. He was a very bad dictator. They
Yeah.
eventually found him and killed him. And now Libya is under... I don't know what type of control they're under.
They have a temporary council, last I heard. It's set up, they're trying to work things out, set up their new government, play around with the military power. But,
But it does look like they're headed toward democracy, which is good for America at the very least.
Good news and bad news. Kim Jong-il, the evil dictator, I would say, died also of a sickness because he was ill. But sad enough, his son is also taking over. Which,
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, is taking over, and he's probably going to be the same thing. So good news is...
He's going to be worse.
He might be worse, actually.
he's fairly...
And then, of course, what most Americans love, after the 10-year anniversary of September 11th, the man who caused it all, Osama Bin Laden, is dead.
Yep, that was a huge one for America. I got a text from my friends like, USA, we got Bin Laden! I thought that was, like, huge. Then I immediately went on the air and I'm like, holy crap. Obama's going to make a statement to the entire nation. So I went on YouTube where they even had a little page saying Obama's going to address the nation. I heard him say, we killed Osama Bin Laden, and we did, so that's a pretty big one.
And despite all the pictures and controversy that people said, oh, there's basically pics or it didn't happen, I don't care. He was still around. He would make sure we knew about it.
Okay.
Also, the lead singer of Warrant, the guy who sang, she's my cherry pie.
Exactly.
That guy died, unfortunately, and he was only in his 50s. That's way too young to go. Come on. Rock and roll, cherry pie, singer of Warrant, you shall be missed, even if it is only for that one song. One thing I will say is that there were some pretty good movies out this year. Granted, there were also some fairly bad ones, but we're mostly going to try and stick to the good ones. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I, like many others, was iffy on whether or not they'd be able to pull off another Pirates movie very well, but I went and saw it. I saw it even a second time at the Dollar Movies, and it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. It's not the greatest of the Pirates films. In fact, I would say out of the four, it is my least favorite, but I still like it.
Great. It was great, and I like how they pulled it off, even without the Will Smith.
Why do you say Will Smith? It's Will Turner.
I love Will Smith too much. Anyway, it's without Will Turner. I'm
Okay, you're
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom,
Orlando
Keira
Bloom,
Knightley.
Keira Knightley as Will and Elizabeth.
Yes.
You are done talking. Transformers 3. Some people say it is the glorious at last ending of Michael Bay's Transformers trilogy. There are others who say otherwise, who say there's a great possibility that there will be a fourth one. Shia LaBeouf says that he's not coming back, but you know, certain amounts of money tend to change people's minds pretty quickly. And what can I say? I haven't minded the Transformers films, really. I've enjoyed them pretty well. The explosions, the fights and stuff are always nice. You're not going for Sam Witwicky or any of them. You're going to see robots kick ass. And that's what you get in these movies. So, for that, it does good.
Well, the Sam Witwicky also adds kind of comic relief as well, though, with human interactions.
Yeah, but a lot of people hate Shia LaBeouf. That's the only thing.
I think the movies are very shiny, but as for any sort of depth of anything, character, plot, it's
Michael Bay.
At first, it started out as at least a fairly decent, stable plot. But as they got on, Michael Bay sort of got the idea that we're just going to add more explosions and focus on the hot woman.
That's how you get men.
Yep.
I thought
No, you get men with the fighting robots and explosions. You already had the men.
And upskirts. And upskirt woman.
Okay.
Well, with Megan Fox and hot British person.
Okay.